Hello, this is Simply Exploring and Adventuring with Lewis. And today we're coming to you from the AACA Museum in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is a beautiful automotive related museum, and we will be going inside shortly. It doesn't open till 9 a.m. So I just started walking around the front lawn here, and I'm going to turn you around here. An old roadway truck. I didn't see a display sign from here. Well, so far there's a lot to see here. Oh my gosh, my shoes are gonna be all wet. I'm walking through the grass here. Wow. BT Company. Town. Beautiful. Glen Oaks Park. Glen Lawn. It's 1940s. I think that's the regional offices right there, and as you can see, ironically, we will be visiting the PA State Police Museum as well in a future episode. But they got emergency vehicles. I don't want you touching them. Beautiful. It's a 1941 Lincoln ambulance. And this is, as you can see, a Harrison, New York police car. It's a 1966 Plymouth. And this is a 2003 Ford Crown Vic. Ironically, I think they still, no, these are the older ones. They've upgraded their cars since. A La France Brockway Torpedo. fire truck from Lyme, Connecticut. Should be opening shortly. I'm waiting for it to open up as well. I'm not sure what this is yet, but I have a thing that I have to be here at 9 o'clock, so I will continue this shortly. That thing is neat. Yeah. Wow. And they are offering this Model T driving experience here at the AACA Museum in Hershey as well. So the guy on the driver is showing the guy on the left, and here's another one coming now. I guess how you operate one of these. And I believe you have to pay a separate fee for this inside. And they are offering it today while we're here. Several more. He's teaching him how to do reverse on a Model T. Wow. I guess that must be a truck. Yeah, it's a truck. Model T truck. Oh, here comes another one. They must have several in here. Oh, they're just driving in the grass. So we are heading into the gift shop area right now, since it's empty and quiet right now and there's no other people besides the cashier and stuff, and they can have a look around. Sides, they have all types of auto-related stuff. Wow, look at that. Actual replicas of Tucker motor oil and Tucker memorabilia. They do have the largest Tucker collection. Oyo Autorama here. All different. And there's my dream car right there. Mustang. Then we'll be returning back here, making a purchase or two on our way. So I was told to head all the way down to the end over here and start our tour from there. We're on the first floor. Started at the Klein Gallery, and we will be returning here. So. But you know what? I will actually go from there, since we're heading over to the Klein Gallery anyway. Tally Farm, 1913 auto wagon. Nin- 1959 Chevy El Camino. Beautiful. Beautiful example. And then there's information about it. $1940. I'm trying to take pictures, and I wanted to play dumb today. So I figure instead of $1954 International. Beautiful trucks. 1957 Ford. And there's the coat room. This is on loan to the museum. Obviously not everything is. And here are the restrooms. I believe this is the Klein Gallery, but I wanted to get this ice cream truck sign from here. $1974 Nova. Oh, you can win that. Oh, it's a model KG 3/4 ton 1940 Chevrolet Canopy Express. That's a 1911 little, 1911, 1912. Little. renamed Chevrolet. So that was the original name of the Chevy brand here. And here's a fine example of it. So it's considered a pre-Chevrolet, vintage Chevrolet. Wow, Bel Air. '53 Chevy Bel Air. And it looks like I'm going to be in here a little longer than I expected. Wow. 1914 Stearns Night Touring. Beautiful. So which way am I supposed to go? I'm not sure. So they have traffic signs here. So I think we're supposed to go in a loop here. Like I said, I'm not. Luckily this time I have my larger. It's an education cart. Cool. And I guess you. Oh. I guess you do like that. It's a machine shop. There it is. The belt just started up over here. Now it should slowly transfer to other. Yep. See up there. Watch. Not all are working, but most are. And you can see how it would have worked. They have the main shafts up there, and then they transferred all the other belts. Sorry, I'm put on my glasses as well to be able to read. Extra safety, buggy works. One of the first automobiles in 1903. Any vintage. Employees identified in the Leon Dodge, Brother Arthur, Horace, and Charles Zecker, the Smith Department. Wow. So, to think that Lancaster, where I live at now, had a safety buggy works. And it built one of the first automobiles. I guess that's all. And there's the Dodge brothers, I believe, right here. Unless these are the Dodge brothers and these are Zecker. Now I'm going to have to look more into that. Wow. 1911 Buick. There's signs up there for something. See if I can see that. And then there is a half mannequin, sorry, servicing the car. It's a 4-cylinder Model 26, finished in battleship gray. Wow. $1910 Marmon, Economy Rio. Walsh. Wow. The collection at Hershey. Benton Harbor Motor Carriage. 1896. There's a 1912 Cadillac Model 30 Touring. So even from its beginnings, Cadillacs were very beautiful then. Now we're gonna and beautiful homage to the town of Hershey and Mr. Milton Hershey himself. And I know I'm panning the wrong way. It's a 1930 Ford Model A. And what you're hearing is my map, and it belongs to the Pennzoil. Wow. I love the painting in the backdrop here, showing the town of Hershey. '27 Stutz, 26 stars. $31 million. Here's building the 1920. So has a little bit more of the history in that era. I love the old sign there. Oh, there was something here. I wish I had and sometimes if you joined the AACA, these are the membership perks. You get to ride along in the back seat while the curator drives. Wow. Beautifully done engine. Sand Beach Bridge. Wow, I love this display. I'm going over the covered bridges. Kind of ties into my covered bridges tour in a way. So be sure to check that out. That's a 1910 brush. Oh, wow. Wow, that thing is beautiful. And you had passengers in the back seat as well as then the driver and the front passenger. Whew. Wow, it's Husenberg. No wonder, I thought so. It's where we get the term, that's a doozy. Because it was like, ironically, 1930 scene was given by Calvin and Janet High, who have their business in Lancaster, High Steel. So I said 1930s. Oh, okay, I see it wraps around over here. Inner workings of that engine. Star 96 Model S. There's more over here. Oh, cool, they actually have one of them here. It's the Lincoln Highway markers. There's still one in Columbia, Pennsylvania. On Columbia Avenue, Lancaster Avenue over there. And this is basically the man responsible for the assembly line. Oh wow, Ransom Olds. The guy that created Oldsmobile. Actually created everybody thinks it was Henry, but it was actually Ransom Olds. Oldsmobile that created the assembly line. And now it's all automated, and now the next level is doing stuff in 3D printing. So you can do your own model right here. Try assemble 5 cars, timing yourself with a smart device. How long did it take? Okay. Please take part model you put together so the next person. Oh, you got to take it apart. And I didn't realize when I came around toward the gas pump that I had missed another vehicle here. And if you notice, we're traveling in the timeline of the car industry. And you start in the 1890s over here, and then you work your way up to the 1900s. So it shows you also the development of also the technologies. And while we were over there, we learned about the man who invented the automotive airbag. It was invented by John Hetrick of Newport, Pennsylvania, which, if you haven't already, you can check out my Little Buffalo State Park videos as well. So we would have traveled up to here, and we left off right here. So then we are now, that was 1920s over there. Now we're entering into the 1930s. And this is a 1950, but this is it's funny, it says 1930s here, but it has 50s cars. So how is it that that's 1930, oh, these are 1920s and 30s, okay. Oh no, right there, if you look carefully, that's 1920 over there, and this is supposed to be 1930. So I'm not sure what's going on here, maybe. But this is a 1959 Dodge 100. And then right here is a 1956 Plymouth. (1985), 1983 Buick. Which I'm not sure where it's at. I think it's supposed to be back there, but I don't see it right now. Oh, the Type T. That's what this is. But it says it's a Type T El Camino. Okay. And then we move on to the 1940s. There's these amazing displays. Beautiful. 1948 Ford. Gotta back up some more. And then there's I love the display of a gas station back then with the old gas pumps. And this has a shit, 1977 is a two-wheel drive Type C. Four-wheel was designated Type K. So and there's the little red express truck here. Beautiful. Done. It's just can't even back up far enough to get a picture of it. Oh, wow. That's a race truck right there. But before we continue, wow. Look at the old Coca-Cola cooler, refrigerator. And let's enter the service station here. Man, I sure missed that. I remember going with my grandfather to go gas up, and this is what they would do back then. I mean, similar. Wow. Now everything is self-service. You can't find too many full-service gas stations anymore. See, they will greet you, they'll clean your windshield, then they'll ask you what kind of gas you wanted. He'd do a radiator check, make sure that you had enough antifreeze or coolant in there. Did your oil check, see if you needed an oil. They could sell you the oil too. Check. They did your battery, check, make sure your battery was working fine. Your tires, make sure they had enough air, and including the spare back then. Then they would do your lube, if your vacuum service. And then is your Quaker State motor oil display. I love that display. Wow, look at all the oil, different types of oil. Old cash register. And the servicemen, as you can see there, in this old advertisement, would dress up, would have a uniform, as you could see back then. They took pride in their job back then. Wow. Yeah, ironically, I'm not as a big car buff. I love seeing these antique cars and stuff. I'm not as a big car buff as I used to be, but that doesn't mean that I don't still love my cars. Oh, this is to go down to the other floor. We'll be going down in a little while, so. Okay, 1936. They were known as Dodge Brothers back then. 1936 Dodge Brothers. See, now I don't know which. Yeah, I better turn around because I'm in the wrong era. Wow. Love that B.F. Goodrich sign here. I have to go around because I think I have to go around and then go down that way. Drag truck, as I call it. Little Red Express is a 1978 Dodge. And 1950s. So that would have been more 1950s over there. Oh, wow. I love the drive-in. This is supposed to be a scene at the drive-in. No. Ugh. I dropped my... I'm not sure if you can go in this one. Nope, it's a pedal car. So this is give you a look inside the 1950s concession stand and the equipment they would have used. I don't know, those burgers and hot dogs are looking kind of pale there, so if I want any. Wow. No jukebox. Rockola, wow. Those fries look a little too crispy for me. And then they would have kept them warm. Hot dog warmer and bun warmer. Just to give you an idea. Love the old movie advertisements. The smaller ones. My favorite. King of the Monsters. Godzilla. Or as he is really known as originally in Korea. Chevy 3100. 1956 Chevy Cameo 3100. Sorry, we missed exhibit out of order. Volkswagen Rabbit. Sorry, I'm kind of like panning in a weird way. '81 Harley. Oh, wow. That's rare. I haven't seen one of these at all. Unless this is the way it originally came. But this was like a little pickup truck. I didn't know they made, Volkswagen made like a little mini pickup truck. Wow. Oh, wow, Ford Econoline. That is neat. That's like a camper. by yourself. (1961). Carlisle events. I don't know if that's up to date right now, so. And from the 50s, we now stocking distributor. NAACA. So this beautiful collection of pickup trucks right there. And we enter 1960, which is hard to see because it's not lit up. And this is now where all the pickup trucks are. The Ranchero. (1959) Ford. This was Ford's answer to Chevy. 1972 GMC truck. Little information about Route 66 in Cammack Town. And that's supposed to be seen from a hotel. So they did that wonderfully, how they did the hotel on one side and then the drive-in on the other side over there. 1922 Model T Ford. It's just so much to see right now. Wow. Native American bowls. Wow. Beautiful. Gas pump. I don't know if any of this is Walter White or buy the car.
Well, at 18 years old, I wanted to get some kind of a vehicle.
most of the kids, but more kids at heart. Horrible. You can see my car with this little fault. And as I back up, there's a example of maybe, I believe, 1960s, maybe 70s, a dealership, used car dealership. Oh wow, I didn't know, I wasn't aware that Studebaker made vehicles into the 60s. I thought they were 2040s, maybe 50s the most. 1963 Studebaker Champ. It was produced from 60 to 64. Beautiful. Example of it. This thing is pristine. Look at this thing. This one is not so pristine, but it's a great example of a 77 Ford F-150 Ranger XLT. Wow, that's weird to see the Ranger as well as the XLT in one package here. Ah, this is the Cammack Tucker exhibition. Memory of David Pierce, shoemaker, Cammack. Oh boy. Wow. So he cataloged everything from every piece of equipment. And this is an example of the Tucker engine, #1. So I'm assuming he had more than one. Wow. I had no idea he also had built stuff for the military, an armored tank, the Tucker Tiger. I wish they would have an example of it here. Harry Miller and then Preston Tucker on the right. Basically some of the technology that he used for that Tucker tank. You could take the whole hood off quickly. Ypsilanti Machine and Tube Company. And you can read a little bit more about that, about Tucker. I just don't want to get too. And this is give you an idea of what it was like to drive a Tucker. And this was your radio station presets. And you can hear what would have been playing back in the 40s. Oh wow, that's neat. If you look ahead, when you turn the steering wheel, the headlights also turned and followed the road. You would follow the road that way. Neat. And since we handled that, we'll do a little bit of hand sanitizing. Sorry for the shakiness here. I'm trying to clean my hand really quick. And then, wow. There's the Tucker dealership here. Ford transmission housing. So that's the, we're gonna go around, because I think we're supposed to go around. So we're gonna find over here the origins of Tucker Motors. And Tucker was credited with a lot of innovations even for his day. So I believe this is a reproduction of the garage that Tucker invented. Wow. And this is the actual drafting table. Oh wow. Basically, everything in here is sensitive to torpedo draft brochure. All the sensitive documents. Show the stylings. All the patents. Copies of his patents. Wow. Patent reproductions. Hand drawings. Wow. So he actually drew all this by hand. Odometer. Wow. And the top one didn't have any more because they were sensitive to light. But this is some of his stuff. So this is the actual barn door. This is a reproduction of the barn that he invented it in. And then Model 2 being worked on. And right here, if you turn the wheel here, it shows you the internal workings of the pistons and all that. How his engine worked differently from everybody else's. Suspension on. And then this is the time clock and everything from the workers when they worked in the manufacturing. The lunchbox. So Tucker was responsible also for each and every piece you see there. He designed each and every piece and has the blueprints for each and every piece of this car, of his cars. 1947 intended Tucker engine. So it gives you an idea of how the Tucker engine would have been in the engine compartment here. And the whole shows you the whole chassis as well. Oh, so it would have been a rear engine. This is a 1947 chassis number 2. So it was a rear engine, rear drive. Wow. So here you get an actual example, a look at how it fit into. This is the number, I believe number 2 is right here. Oh, it says Tuck 22, so it might be number 22. But I think most of all his cars were rear. I think it's still so gorgeous. And then we're gonna go inside the Tucker dealership itself. And you can hear the advertisements. Wow. The old telephones. Oh wow, you can actually view. Nope, not that one, because it's sensitive. Okay. Well, because of light sensitivity, they took them out, so we cannot view it. Tucker Auto Radio, which gives you an idea. Look at, even down to the radio, he designed the badge and everything. Wow. How small that radio was back then. He was the first one in 50 years to actually build the brand new car from the ground up. Hello.
You have any questions while you're here?
Nope. Thank you.
The highly secret Tucker transmission was an outgrowth of an idea used in the combat car. This may give you some idea of the heat treating process, which makes the parts of the transmission extremely powerful.
Oh, you would move this. Oops, sorry. It gives you a little bit of more history and stuff. Sorry. Wow. See, that's the innovation of the disc brake. He was the first one to do it, and then everybody else
It is this
followed.
mechanism that enables the Tucker to accelerate at 85 miles an hour from standing start.
There was a volunteer, came to check, see if I had any. Well, this one's different. Tucker 48. Number 1001. This is all more Tucker related. Jeff Bridges did the role of Tucker himself. I have to look at that movie eventually at some point. So these were the prototypes for the first disc brakes that Tucker had invented. And these are the different prototype engines that he created. There's the Tucker 4. So it just says this was manufactured by Franklin. It was produced for Tucker, but never installed in any vehicle. The Tucker-matic R12 automatic transmission with Tucker engine. So it shows the engine and the transmission, which he also created for his own cars. So he wasn't using anybody else's stuff. He did this completely from the ground up. And another prototype Tucker engine. We saw this kind of a little bit. Tucker prototype number 7, produced by Franklin. Forward transmission housing. So now we're going to just go walk around. Oh, didn't see this. And there they go. He's responsible for those brakes right there. The disc brake. And then this is the helicopter engine. Which was converted. So it was a Tucker engine converted for helicopter use. Wow. I love the third headlight that the Tuckers had, were known for. And we will continue on to this Members First Gallery here. Oh, okay, it's one of the so Hershey was first known as Derry Church. There were brownstones quarries, and it is a fine example of some of the brownstone that they created. So they quarried here before. It was reading, writing, and arithmetic. And then there's local Hershey history. So this is Hershey history. So right there, the Hershey Ballroom. Some of the events they would have. A cart from Hershey Park. Wow. And then there was chocolate. So this was a cart that was used to transport the cocoa beans for roasting before there was automated, a little bit more automated. Hockey. From bars to bears. They were known, the Hershey Bears were originally called the the bars. The bars, opposite of bears. So a little bit of local Hershey Bears history as well. For GPW or Jeep, General Purpose Willys Jeep. So this is an actual Willys Jeep. Band of Brothers, that's representative of that. Then we'll head down this way. Unless I was supposed to go back into the other part first. Nope, it brings me right back over here. Okay. Ah, and I didn't see this. So I see what it's doing. Historic photograph for Lancaster County Historical Society. Cool. Which I yet to still have. What does a guy have to do to get some service around here? Waitress, cook, anyone? Somebody? We're heading out of the diner. I love the pattern on the back of the car here. Wow. $1964 Corvair. I'm glad I got the picture from that side because the pattern is not on this side. And this is the original title. Trailways Bus Depot. Museum of Bus Transportation. Beautiful cars. MGTF 54. 1954 MGTF. 1949 Dodge. And if you notice back there, they have stuff from the Museum of Bus Transportation as well in the background there. As we will be seeing a lot of them here. 1929 Nash 420. $1924 white. Wow. I wish they would think about creating a little walkway around the outside so you can see the bus transportation history as well. So we'll continue on our way. New York World's Fair, wow. I'm gonna get a picture of this in the back. Studebaker, president. Preserve the interior with kind request, no boarding. Oh no, I would have loved to have been inside. Now there is some history you can see alongside on the outside. 1927 Fajot. Spokane. Photo. So this ran up in. Oh, cool. Didn't realize until I read it that the wicker seats created in here originally were actually. Oh yeah, you can see them. Those wicker seats you see in there were actually manufactured in Lancaster County, where I'm from. Well, not originally, but I live now. And there's a little bit of more of. I'm gonna walk back here. See what I was saying, they should create like a little walkway around here so that you can read more about the bus transportation history. So I hear there's so much about the different buses, manufacturers. Something similar to that is what New York uses, the articulated buses. But God knows how many of these I've ridden, those with the hump, as I call it. As a kid going to amusement parks and stuff like that. My grandparents that raised me. So this is the Museum of Bus Transportation as well. So you're almost getting a second museum in one. And then right here. Oh wow. Even includes school bus history. The music is not mine, so. And here's more. I'm in the museum, and the museum is pumping the back of this bus here. I'll have to go around from the other side and check out the rest. So this is the Lakeland bus lines. That gives you an idea. And we can actually board this one. We just can't go. It's called the 1959 GM Coach Gump Bus. Ah, yes. This is the world famous Forrest Gump bus. It's known as the Gump Bus because this is where the scene where Jenny says bye to him from the back of this bus, and we're about to go in it. So come along with me and we'll have a look back there. Now I wish I had someone else with me to get a picture of me of posing like Jenny. With the so she gotta step up back here. She I think would have been right here doing the peace sign, but I'm gonna do it from the interior. Yeah, it's kind of pretty dark in here. They don't have any kind of illumination inside the bus. Those lights would have turned on at nighttime when they were running at night. But I am inside the famous Gov bus. And then we will head out shortly. This is a view from the back of the bus. And as you know, in history as well, our brothers and sisters who are fighting for equality still to this day would have been made to go to the back of the bus back in the days. But we are heading down. So I was at the very window that she would have been at, but unfortunately I can't, since I don't have anyone with me to take a video. And then this is Wichita, Newton, McPherson, Hillsboro, Kansas Central, Marion, Emporia. This is different types of uniforms that bus drivers would have worn. Trying to figure out who he works for. Trailways. Mannequin has a Trailway one. And Greyhounds with the famous Greyhound. Wow. Wolf's Bus Line. A 1946 flexible Bessie 2. Flexible Bessie, it's known as. And then there's an old Trailways bus depot sign. Are we able to go inside of this one? Oh, nope. We can't, but we can at least look inside. Wow. So this one looks pretty nice inside. More comfier. For 1946, I believe. At least we can see inside of it. Let's back out. There was also motorcycle stuff here as well. 1976 Yamaha, 78 Yamaha, sorry, that one. 1945 Model FL. Knucklehead. That's what they call a knucklehead. And as you can see, the world famous CHP, California Highway Patrol, was known to be using these. In 1979 Chevy K30. The 1 million mile Volvo is here as well. So it was known to have actually driven for 1 million miles. And there's more bus transportation signage and history. Wow. There's a 1978 Datsun, which is still around. You may know it as Nissan now. 47 Ford. There is also a behind the scenes tour. Now, which way do I go? Now let's finish over here first, because there's a center part here we have to look at. Dodge Charger, I believe. 383. Super B. the Dodge Super Bee, based on the Dodge and the Coronet. The bee body design. It's a 1959 Cadillac. And my favorite car. 1969 Mustang with a 428 Cobra Jet. The shaker has the shaker scoop. And then there's this other bus. I assume Virginia, Fullington Autobus, Lynchburg, could be Tennessee too. Wow, never seen one of these. A 1939 Rolls Royce. And there's a 1933 Chevy. These are the ones that are popularly converted into hot rods as well. '53 Horex with sidecar. Never heard of that brand. And let's get that famous speed picture. Wow, this thing is neat. I still have to go up the middle way here yet. So I am going to walk. No, I'm going to go walk around this way. I forgot to do the middle part with all the buses. So it has actual historic vehicle license plate. So if they have to transport it or take it out the road, not that I don't think it'll be ever taken out to the road, it can legally drive on the road still. There's that Ferryville Lines Incorporated. Restroom equipped, two-way radio equipped. So this is a 1956 GM coach model PD 4501. It was a gift to the museum. Wow, has the hump. There is an upper level also that I want to go to. I figured, why not? And we can actually go inside. Wow. Just gotta watch my step. And here is the laboratory here. It's hard to see because it's so dark. Sorry. But we were inside the toilet. Which was cool because I didn't know they had the bathrooms on the buses in the 50s. I thought they were much newer. Man, and these aisles are so low, skinny. We got other people checking out, kids as well. But I'm sure this was an innovation for them back then too. Unfortunately, it has a cracked window, which more than likely means that it was probably in a junkyard. And before somebody, look at that, gold speckled. stucco metal flake, as they call it. And something I've been missing as well on the other side. (1932) Chevy truck. Wow, look at the original logo right there back then. What it would have looked like. That was the original bow tie. 1911 Stevens Duryea Model AA Tourer. There's a 1923 Nash Model 48 with the Nash logo. Covered wagons, 1930. There's a Pierce Arrow Model 38, sorry, runabout. 1917, sorry. A 1912 Stearns Knight runabout. Easiest travel on Earth. Trailways. And an actual Trailways bus. 1930 DuPont Model G. So as we walk. So it's a 1926 Buick Master 6 Brougham. And it's in mid-restoration condition to show you the hard work that goes into it. So they have to take it all off the frame and everything, taking it apart. And back in the days they used a lot more wood than they do now. It's all metal. 1939 Studebaker. So they haven't quite complete finished it, but they will. Maybe one day we'll come back and see it. And the door is closed, so we can't go in. I mean, it's partly open, but 1925 Stearns Knight Model 6S. Well, they're playing the local station. So like I said, 1932 Studebaker. They were beautiful cars back then, even more. The Flowin' Cafe. Living in a lonely world. Oh, forgot. From roads to rails. Inside here, mini train display for the railroading fans. All the different gauges here. Those look like O gauge down there. Wow, cool. They got a GG1. Looks like an O gauge GG1. Oh, it's a G gauge actually. So I was wrong. It's a G gauge. It's this. That's the G gauge. This O27S and HO. Wow! I never knew they made them that small. A Z. So So that looks like old gauge right there. Lionel, steam liner. Bachman trolley. LGB. So these are actually G gauge on the bottom. Railroad switch lantern. And then you step on the switches there, it does stuff. Oh, step and hold. You can see that. That's the rear roundhouse right there. So step and hold. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, that one's going. Ah! They have a little mini drive-in. I'm not sure what. Probably looking about something about the car history here. A lot of action. There's the guess I activated that one, the GG1 right here coming this way with the car carrier, flat cars. Cool. And as you can see, there's a car. The car is going through the car wash now as well. Car safety as well. And we got this guy. Coming through. Oh, cool. And I stepped on this one. And you got this construction site scene right here. As soon as you let go of the switch, it stops. And digging. A little trolley car. There's that GG1 we saw earlier. Service station here. There. Watch the car come out of the garage. And get serviced. I don't know if they just stop like that for some reason. Beautiful bridge. Oh, cool, look at the lights. The lights are working as they're coming through the railroad crossings. Sorry. And the railroad up there. Static cars. Follow him. Oh, look at the fire tower up there. Oh, he's going over there. Okay. And coming right back. There's the loop. And we'll follow down here. There's the trolley. And step one from the roof. I believe a fire engine comes out. Yep. I just love that it's interactive like this. And there's another one. Oh, this one is step and hold. Oh, cool. Right over there. Step and hold on that one. The child on the swing, tire swings. Not sure what this one does, but I'm looking for it. Oh, no, that one is working. I'm trying to figure out what this one does. The bridge is being worked on. There's a lake over there. Welcome to Tuckerville. What do I do when I press and hold this one? I'm not sure. There's another trolley. And then the trolley just bumpers and hits back. Oh, cool. Signal man comes out. Let's see if this is... Oh, cool. He presses this one. And it's a Thomas train. Oh, cool. Little mini train ride. Activates. Oh wow. Crazy cars. They all work. And I know sometimes people buy these around Christmas time too. Ferris wheel. I bet you this one is for the Ferris wheel. Yep. And this is our this trolley train. And I didn't pay attention, but there's these cool little balloons. And we will head into the motorcycle display. And there are restrooms here too as well. And a little bit of more train memorabilia here. That G gauge, it looks like. We have all the parts that would have been on this thing. So if you're looking at it, if they break the engine apart, this is how the engine would have looked. So this Briggs & Stratton motor wheel. So we're looking at the display up there is of this thing right here. The actual engine right there. And here's another Hershey Traction Company, the trolley. Interesting that only one car is actually working out. You'd think the other one would go. Let's see. Oh no, they both go. I was wrong. Number A and the other one is 14. Oh, they're both 14. And now, I don't know if the other one, oh no, it goes back and then the other one comes. And train posters and memorabilia. And there's different types of mini bikes here. That's a 1919 Briggs & Stratton. So Briggs & Stratton actually built one of the first mini cars here. They're more known for their engines on your lawnmower and other small engines. But here's different mini bikes. A Bandit. Mini cycle pinball machine. I love it. Beautiful. And they put the old 70s style helmet up there. Ironically, I never had the pleasure of I almost had the pleasure of riding one of these when I was younger, but I was advised by my grandparents who raised me not to even think about it. There was a few she would consider hooligans on our block that would ride them up and down the street. And there's a big sign. Arctic Cat. Wow. Did not know Arctic Cat made actually mini bikes as well. They're known for their snowmobiles now. Cool. I love it. That 77 chopper. '69 CR500. Ironically, the designs haven't changed that much. Mini Bike Mania. Fall 2020 to spring 2021. B&B Enterprises mini bikes. Cool. 1970 Grasshopper. I would have been 1 year old when this thing, that's telling my age, when this thing was built. to go up. And these are different many motorbike companies back in the days. Triumph, BSA, Royal Enfield, Raleigh, Francis Barnett Rudge, AJS Vincent, Velocet, Brawl, Superior, Cotton, and Sunbeam, or Villiers, Matchless. And doing their natural cooling system here, geothermal cooling system. Oh, cool. An old Vespa advertisement. I would love to own one of those. And then Harleys. And then if you noticed, it would have looked more like a bicycle back then because they started out as bicycles. F-head. Marlon Brando, the wild one. And then this is the other way up and out as well. So a 1939 American Bantam Roadster. Wow. A 1966 M50 Sport Harley. I didn't know Harley made I forgot what we called these. Kind of like scooters. 71 Suzuki. Pennsylvania College of Technology has the automotive restoration. And cool. That has to be the coolest Christmas tree I've ever seen. The hubcap. The hubcap Christmas tree, I call it. I'm trying to get a full shot of it. It's so hard, so far away. I don't want the vending machine in the way, but 72 Yamaha. 1972 Maiko. Never heard of that brand. Maiko work. Oh, that's why it's West German made. So more mini bikes. Oh, cool! They actually have the Whip amusement park ride from Coney Island. Oh, it's patented. 1914. Oh, cool. A piece of Lancaster history is here. Rocky Springs Park. This is the Whip from Rocky Springs Park. Oh, they got it from Presonia Park. So I ran up right up to the very last day of it being auctioned off. Wow. Mini Bike Mania. So it was supposed to be here till the spring of this year, but because of COVID, they they extended it, I guess. Now I'm trying to figure out how I came down because I wanted to go up a pair of the steps there. I could take the elevator if I want to. I'm gonna head back. Okay. I came down these steps because this has all the yes. So I want to go up the other set of steps now to show you what's there. If I can find it. Ah, right here. I should have just walked back toward the restrooms. That's an Esso, which was owned by Standard Oil, I believe. And then there's different advertisement as we go up the steps here. Mostly for Daredevil shows that used to be put on back then. It's hard to see all of them without going up and down the steps again. So everything from monster trucks to Daredevils, they would do the stunts. And I'm gonna get a few pictures of that. I thought I saw an elevator somewhere down back this way, unless it's right down below. That's the Nash and local. Elevator, okay, right here. There's a sign right here for the elevator. Exit to the lobby. And then we'll walk up. We're not going to be lazy. And we're walking up to the top. Normally everything would be done over here, but they're doing everything at the museum. So we're heading up now to the second floor. Oh, okay. There's a little scenic overlook, as they call it here. So you can look over. Just don't like the glass with that chicken wire in it. There's Buick stuff. Those are probably the catalogs and stuff like that that came with the car or whatever, or when you went to the dealer. When you were looking into a specific car, you would buy, you would stop in and look over this dealership. And then right here are the Museum of Bus Transportation. They have the toy buses right here, the different. Sorry for the glare. It is a beautiful, gorgeous day, and I'm going to show you all around as we'll be walking around as well, seeing what else is up here as well. Wow. Boy, what a toy. So they actually sold, back in the days, Jack Lee released some bus driver's outfit from the Honeymooners. I didn't know that. So this is all toy bus memorabilia. Ooh, I love some of these down here. I mean, they're all cool, but these are even cooler. Look at the shapes of the buses back then. That one was kind of cool. That Greyhound, Pacific Greyhound. And then they have the bus schedules as well, and the different types. That's a metal one. These are metal ones. Wow. Actual metal toys. Again, sorry for the music. This is not my music. A Whizzer. 1948 Whizzer motor bicycle. So it's called a motor bicycle, but wow. So technically, this is how Harley started. The original Harley motorcycles would have looked more like this back in the days. Oh wow, that's cool. Someone took different license plates and created the AA Museum in different positions, as you can see from the different license plates. And then there's the elevator beyond this point. So that is actually closed right now. So I guess private events go in there as well. And I guess these are the leaderships. Yep, leadership of the AACA Museum. I wonder if that was the gentleman that was talking to me, the president now. 1906 Waltham Orient. Waltham Manufacturing Company. 1 cylinder, 4 horsepower. Buckboard style. From 1905 to 1908. Which it was called originally the horseless carriage. There's an Evans, 1921 Evans power cycle, it's called. Oh, cool. They're driving the Trailways bus out there. Cool. Is she leaving or is she just doing a tour? Wow. Maybe it's just doing a circle of some sort. Or maybe it's visiting here. I don't know. It's interesting. The old Trailways bus here. I will be getting back to the motorcycles here in a moment. See if it's gonna come back. I saw it going that way. There it is. Oh, it continued. I wonder if it's just visiting here. like I said, we will. There's a view of the car and the trucks from here. Nineteen 1906 Paragon. Cushman. 58 Cushman Eagle, and as you can see down below, is the world's famous Kissmobile, which we'll be seeing shortly. '62 Honda. 1906 Paragon. So I know it's known as a buckboard. Marvel. So it was absorbed by the Marvel Automobile Company. And as you read, it says it was absorbed. Companies absorbed each other. Oh, wow. Awesome collection of the hood ornaments. And they have that here too. Wow. They were really fancy back then. I remember seeing a lot of these on the cars. In the 70s and 80s even too, they had some nice, beautiful ones. But back in the 20s, look at the GMC one. And there's more motorcycles here. Is that a Vespa? Nope. It's a Silver 1961 Silver Pigeon scooter. And that's a 69 Honda S90. More American companies. Look at that. This is French. Wow. Go though. A Peugeot. Landtail. Wow. 68 Myco. It's a West German made. Another Whizzer. '46 Whizzer. Moved to Paris. Oh wait. It's hard to see it. See if I can get it without too much glare. British hood ornaments. MG. There's an MG one. The MG label. Another British. Great Britain. Hood ornaments. I like that Viking one. That's kind of cool. Oh, Rover. Sure. So I don't know if it's what we know as Land Rover now, but it was known as the Rover Company back then. And these are 78 Honda, 82 Peugeot, 1981 Derby. Made in Spain. Originally, they were nearly $1,000 back then. Vespa, yes, I was hoping they would have some here. They have Vespas, 66 Vespa, and then a 62 Vespa. '60 Harley Davidson Topper scooter. I did not know that Harley made scooters. So, I think this is the only scooter they ever built. We will head back downstairs. It's just so much to see. How do you get a ride on one of those Model Ts?
What?
How do you get a ride on one of those Model Ts?
All you have to do is, I think we only have 2 more classes for the year. But you just sign up for it.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it costs, but it's a full day. You get to drive 4 different cars.
Oh, wow.
You'll get your fill.
Oh, wow.
I recommend it highly.
Thank you. As we continue our outside exploration here at the AACA Museum, this is a 1917 Packard Big 6. So it was actually built for a family. I thought it was an actual bus, but the coolest part is this thing right here that I love about it. This was the original turn signal back then, which I found fascinating because you could tell this was your front turn signal. You could tell the people coming in the opposite direction from them where they were turning. Oh, by the way, it is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it is a Smithsonian affiliation. So this one was built in 2002, and I believe this was originally housed in Lancaster County at one time. It was a much smaller museum though there, down in Strasbourg. So here's the world famous Kissmobile as well. So normally most people would start their tour in the front and then work their way in the back. So they were, as you saw, there was a big variety of stuff here, which was so great. Again, the music is not mine, it's being pumped out through their PA system. And then this nice Malibu here, Chevelle Malibu. I am not sure if it's part of the display or Someone just parked their car here. I think it's part of the display. Looks like it might be. Bob Kane, Chevelles. Alrighty. So this truck was assembled from found parts. And Dick Carlton and Dick Perry's farm in New York. Dodge Brothers Club, truck. Yes. Sweet. Automotive enthusiasts know. So this will conclude our tour here of the AACA Museum in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And if you like content like this, consider hitting that like button, sharing and subscribing, and commenting of other things you may want to see here on this channel. And with that, don't forget to hit the like button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any other videos like this of my adventures and explorations. So remember, go create your own adventure, and I will bid you adieu from here, from the AACA Museum. Till see you at the next location. I bid you adieu and bye.